For today's video, I'm going to be removing the fuel tank here, but also show you how I put an electric start for this Honda motor, which you can do it for a lot of different motors or engines. They buy the flywheel and the whole kit that you could change in here. It's about $100, and it comes with this part here, which is the controls to turn it on and off. Now, for a battery, what I did was that instead of having to put a battery that stays here the whole time, and this doesn't get used that much, I bought the receiver since I have Milwaukee tools, the receiver that you could put on the battery. And I'm going to show you one right now. And that way you don't have to have a battery there all the time. So they sell these for like $10, and it's what receives the 12-volt battery of the Milwaukee. It could be the small 12-volt or the one that's a little bit bigger, this one right here. And you'll be able to just start this with a 12-volt little battery, and you don't have to buy like a battery, just like a motorcycle battery or something, just to have it there all the time, or a lawnmower battery. So I bought this little box, which is these days selling for the trailers, and you have a battery on a trailer for your electric brakes, just to have it somewhere, not just exposed out here, to have this somewhere. So I have one in there, I'll show you in a second. And basically, whenever you need to, just pop it in, and you have a battery here that, again, it's not dedicated to be here all the time. And then this gets connected to the whole system here, which, you know, when you buy one, the instructions will show you how to do it. Another day I will do a video on another engine that I want to put one of these on. But basically, it comes with the flywheel, starter is back here, and this part. And then just, you know, the controls. And then just get one of these. At least that's my advice. The way you don't have to especially buy another battery. So I'll show you right in here. You see, I just put it in there, bolted it to the side, and I can just pop it in there. And that is awesome. That takes away from having to pull start, which I know nobody likes. And it's just under $100. For that, I bought mine at Amazon. I'm sure there's a lot of places you can get it at. Let's go ahead. So today's project is going to be, there's some dirt in here from years, you know, sediment. And I'm going to remove the gas tank to get some up, because I already clogged, not this filter, but apparently it has either a small orifice inside or another filter. But bottom line is it got clogged in there. I had to blow air remove the hose from here in to get it unclogged and get fuel flowing through. But I want to fix it permanently, because eventually it's going to clog it up again. So what I'll do is, first I want to remove this hose here, but I don't want fuel coming out. So I got little caps. I'm going to put a cap right at the exit of the filter here. These are tight. Let me get a screwdriver, because that one is under a lot of tension there. Okay, we got a screwdriver. Let me try to pry this hose off. There it goes. Let me see which of these works better to stop the fuel from coming out. See? Hey, that one's working. I had two sides just in case. You got a screw right there, a bolt. And it looks like it could be 12 or 13. Yeah, it's a 12. So let's go with a 12. Now, what did I do with the extension that I had? So there's a screw there, and there's two nuts that go one here and one here, but apparently it looks like this one doesn't have them because it kind of just sits there. So it's not crucial. And I must have removed it one time for someone else and not put it back. You see? It has the two bolts, one on this side and the one over here, but then it has here, they put two nuts that go into these two spots. But if I have one up, I put one on now, but it wasn't looking necessary there. Kind of sits there as cradle. Yeah, it has a little filter in there. So I'm gonna find something to put this fuel in, and we'll see how dirty it actually was. Let me back up the camera a little bit and get a better view. Yeah, a lot of trash in there. This was clean, and if you notice, like right there, a big piece, and a bunch of little pieces right there. The type of stuff that was clogging that. So let's clean it up now. Let me set this up here. And what I'll do to keep on cleaning it is I'm going to pour it back in here, but obviously just a little bit, enough without that trash coming into it. I'll filter it with a cloth or something. So a lot more stuff coming out. Problem is some stuff is going to stay stuck in the side, so that's why I want to keep on putting some more gas in it. Let me find a funnel too. Not this one. It has some dirt in it. Now, if I go slow, the thick stuff should stay in the back, right? But just in case, let me filter it with a cloth. In case something big happens to fall through. But if I go slow, the thick stuff should stay behind at the bottom of this pan. All of that stuff. All of that dirt, look. Plus what fell through here, because I kind of didn't go as slow as I should have, but I still had this. Oof. Giant piece came out. A bunch more stuff. Look at that piece of that. And that would break into smaller pieces and start clogging up that little filter in there. More keeps on accumulating. Let me put this in a little bottle I have here, so that I don't even put none of this back into that cloth. I'm gonna be doing this a few times till the majority of it is gone. It looks pretty clean now. I'm gonna blow back and make sure. That the actual little filter there is clean. It looks excellent. I'm gonna do one more shot for good luck. And we'll be putting it back on. And put this in my bottle. So that old gas is going to be to throw away. Now, spilled a little bit there. Now we're gonna go and start back. That'll be simple. So let those two bolts here align. Well, let me show you while I have this out. Let me show you the starter, how it goes. Even though, again, it's going to be self-explanatory with instructions, but so you could have an idea. The back of the casing here has to where you can put that this starter and that comes with the kit. And then this even here on the side here has, so it comes ready for you to put a bolt in there to hold this piece into there and another one down there. So they come ready for actual installation of a electric starter. It's not like you have to do a lot of work. The only modification that you're gonna have to do, but there's one slight thing, it's gonna be the opening where that starter goes in, that's about that big. You have to like Dremel it out and get it a little bit wider for it could fit. Apparently they have different size starters or something, but it has the line to where you stop. So for different sections of diameters. So it's not difficult. It actually feels that it's gonna be more difficult than it actually is. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me find a, also let me see if I have quickly find a nut to use for the two parts where it didn't have. But no, the one that I had was standard. This is metric. So let me check in another spot here. See if I find a nut that'll fit there. Again, it's not gonna need it. It's super secure. It's not gonna fall. Should it have it? Of course, manufacturer put it there, but is it gonna fall? Probably not. Unlikely. But I can put that on another date, another time. Let me connect this hose here again. Very snug. Put this hose into this little plastic filter here. Very snug fit. All right, that's good. The reason I do it by hand and not just start it with the ratchet is to not cross thread it. I'm not gonna tighten it till I put this side. And that's it. Pressure washer had the fuel tank cleaned out. Simple four parts to take off. The two bolts and the two nuts that this one already had off. All right, well, I'll catch you on the next one.